To what degree will ISIS succeed in undermining the way of life of those people who were targeted in the east of Paris Friday?
I don't think they will. I think that, I mean, as the last speaker said very rightly, um, I've lived in Beirut, Baghdad, Belfast, other places that have been bombed. The shock effect wears off. It's terrible the first time it happens. It's terrible, of course, whenever it happens. But the actual shock is reduced. People are tougher than they look. They have no alternative but to go on. That it doesn't, other than those immediately affected, the relatives of the dead and so forth, those who are injured, it doesn't capsize whole societies or whole communities, fortunately.
But can we
So I
expect?
think
Can we
one could get over
expect?
hysterical about this, I think.
But can we
I think
expect that there will be that this is just going to be part of our lives going forward? There's always going to be a fringe that's very radicalized, very determined. That's from time to time going to carry out these kinds of terror acts.
No, I don't think so. This is very specific to a very specific situation in Iraq and Syria. Islamic State was very much the child of war in Iraq. Then 2011, it spreads to Syria. It's a very peculiar organization.
But at the same time,
And it reaches into other society. It finds fissures, divisions in those societies, whether it's in France or in Turkey or in Yemen, and it exploits them. It looks for people who are dissatisfied and so forth. But at the end of the day, this is to do with this group in Iraq and Syria. I don't think this is going to go on for eternity, and that's something that has to be dealt with. And obviously, it's difficult to stop when people are targeting any civilian. I mean, this may have been in one way quite well organized, but who are their targets? It's defenseless people. See what in watching a rock concert. It's people sitting in a restaurant. These aren't military attacks of people attacking a barracks or checkpoints or whatever. So in that way, it's quite easy, as they found it easy enough, to blow people up in Ankara and in butcher British tourists are lying on a beach in Tunisia. But this will eventually come to an end. So obviously, it's enormously serious. It's very shocking. But one can also get over hysterical, overreact. And of course, one of the purposes of this sort of thing is to foment an overreaction. And to some degree, they'll get that, perhaps a political overreaction in France or any other country where this happens. But not everybody will overreact.
Not everybody will overreact.